Chelsea Football Club have had a bid made for Filip Jorgensen and he looks like he's going to be our new goalkeeper. Yay, right? That's what everyone wants to say. We wanted a new keeper, but is it this one? Furthermore, Fiorentina are sniffing around Cesare Casadei and they want to take the Italian back to Serie A. And I'm going to tell you why this is a good idea, especially if it's on for a loan. And finally, Enzo Maresca and our captain Reece James, or is he our captain, both sat there, both had their first press conference. It was lovely to hear. A lot of topics got touched. Enzo Fernandez, Trevoh Chalobah, Nkunku's position, and much more. We're going to break it all down, especially the inverted fullback, because it was super interesting and there's a lot to dig our teeth into. Tomorrow, there's a game, or today, there's a game, depending on when you're watching. I'm going to be waking up at 3 a.m. in the morning to watch the game because why not, right? It's pre-season. Let's get gassed. Let's get some optimism into our juices and let's talk about it. However, before we get started, I need you lot to hit that like button. 1,000 likes goes a long way. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. It's the best way to support the channel. And finally, I haven't said this in a while, but start sharing the content around. That button, the share button, it goes wonders, man. Start clipping it up. Let other people know about the Kavkas View. We need to start growing. It's been a very slow July, right? I don't like it. I don't like it at all. According to Fabrizio Romano, Chelsea have had a 20 million euro bid going for Filip Jorgensen. For those of you that don't know, Filip Jorgensen is the #1 at Villarreal and Chelsea want a goalkeeper. But they don't want a normal goalkeeper. They want a 2024 goalkeeper. You know the ones that can do kick-ups, the one that can do flip-flaps, the one that can juggle the ball on his chest. I saw a compilation today that actually made me want to throw my phone in the bin. I'm dead serious when I tell you that. I saw someone saying, my goalkeeper, Filip Jorgensen, is doing kick-up, puts the ball on his chest like he's Ronaldinho and starts balancing it around. I'm like, is this what we have come to, where goalkeepers are expected to do this stuff? Brother, what about his hands? What about his kicking? Like his ability to just got the ball, boot it down long every now and then. I know that is not what we need. However, sometimes I just prefer a goalkeeper to be able to make basic saves. But I don't know anything about Filip Jorgensen. Everything I hear is very negative. But last time I heard that was Malo Gusto. And I told you that he was going to be a good player. And look how it worked out. So I really hope Filip Jorgensen turns into a decent player. But Fabrizio says Chelsea have put in a 20 million euro bid. Marseille are interested. Surprise, surprise. Roberto De Zerbi is over there. And more importantly, the player wants to come to us. It's coming from Fabrizio again. That the player is interested in Chelsea Football Club and wants to make this deal happen. It's a matter of agreeing a fee with Villarreal. Villarreal have a release clause of 45 million euros for the player. Chelsea don't want to pay nowhere near that. They want to pay somewhere between 20 million euros and 25 million. A lot of you are going to say, why are you so negative, Alex? And you know what? Someone said to me the other day, why are you so pessimistic? And I said to you guys, I am very optimistic, right? I think the team could come fourth. I believe we've got a great squad. I believe we can shock a few people this year. But I just don't have faith in the goalkeeping department. The scouting, the sporting directors to hire goalkeepers, and none of the goalkeepers. I think Petrovic is a decent keeper, nothing special. He's a #2. I don't believe in Jaja Selina, nor do I believe in Robert Sanchez. Never have, never will. I feel like this guy is a walking mistake. Like he is absolutely a walking mistake. He will have 5 good games and then have 6 subsequent bad games. I don't trust him. And I'm not going to change my opinion on it because I've already seen enough. And Filip Jorgensen, I've got nothing to say because I don't know nothing about him apart from the fact that he's just a very good passer of the ball. 99% short pass completion, whatever that's supposed to mean. Back in my day, as some people would say, I'm not old enough to say that. However, back when I was in school, yeah, when it came out, Di Marzio was saying something, yo, it meant something. These days, not so much. However, when it comes to Italian players, Di Marzio's in the loop. Di Marzio's one of the best around. Maybe after Fabrizio, because he's Italian and he's got his sources locally, Di Marzio's the second best. And Di Marzio's coming out with Cesare Casadei is on the list and in talks with Fiorentina. And this is wonderful. I said to you lot in the past, what do we need from Cesare Casadei? We need him to go and smash it somewhere the way he did at Leicester. What I liked about him at Leicester was the fact that he went to a team that was competing for the title, that played attacking, expansive football with possession. And more importantly, this is the key, he wasn't a guaranteed starter. So it was a reflection of what would happen when he came back to Chelsea, where he would sit on the bench, have to come on, half an hour impacts here and there, If he plays well, he plays next week. If he doesn't play well, he goes back on the bench. Another opportunity the week after. And for me, this prepares him for Chelsea Football Club. Now, if he gets a loan to Fiorentina in Serie A, this puts him in the shop market. If he gets around about 10 goals, someone will pay us 25 million euros, someone will pay us 20 million euros, and we can move him on for pure profit because that's what he was signed for, let's be honest. However, a lot of people are going to say, no, he can break into the team. I don't believe he can because I don't think he's better than the midfielders we currently possess. The midfielders we currently possess are Romeo Lavia, Moises Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, Andrea Santos, Leslie Ogochukwu, and I think it's Drewsbury Hall, Conor Gallagher, and Carney Chukwuemeka. I think they're all comfortably better than him. Even Gallagher, yes, even Gallagher, I'm giving Gallagher praise. I think Gallagher's currently better than him as well. So for me, it's a matter of getting the kid out there, let him perform, and then we'll see where he, reassess him as the year goes on. Now on to Enzo Maresca's press conference. And without a doubt, the first question we all knew you would put your mortgage on it would be about Enzo Fernandez. And what Maresca said in the press conference, I think was very mature. I think 95% of what he said, I would have said. And he said, look, we don't have any problem in the dressing room. We will handle any situation when he returns. If any problems arise, I will happily deal with it as and when and how they arise. He also went on to say he's not a bad human. He also went on to say he's back on the 29th. Reece James also had an input, and Reece James' stance was very interesting. He said it's a difficult situation. Totally agree, Reece. There's nothing easy about this situation, right? It is very, very complex. He also said Enzo publicly apologized to the team, he apologized to the club, and he apologized to the fan, and that goes a long way from Reece James. Reece James also went on to said everything that we've discussed is going to be an in-house conversation, but just know I will be there to almost mediate. He's the captain of the club, so he's going to have to step up. And for me, this was very well handled by Enzo and Reece. And the reason I'm going to say this is because Enzo and Reece need to be very careful in how they word anything. Because Enzo and Reece, the be-all and end-all of judge, jury, and executioner of, no, he's right, we're going to accept his apology. No, he's wrong. He's in trouble. Every player in that dressing room is going to have their own opinion. Every fan is going to have their opinion. A lot of people said to me, Alex, why have you not made a video? I don't believe it's my place to sit here and tell you how you should feel about that chant. I have how I feel. And for me, this is a football podcast, so I'm going to talk about football. But now that I have to speak about how I feel, I felt the chant was wrong. I thought the chant was highly offensive. And it was stupid. And what I did not like was the abuse Fofana got. Because I think what Fofana did was brave. What Fofana did is what should happen more. When issues of this magnitude occur, I think people close to the individual should call it out. And Fofana called it out and he dealt with it properly, in my opinion. So when Enzo returns, the key is not the fans, because Enzo doesn't have to see the fans on a daily basis. It's his teammate. He's going to have to earn and show his teammates how upset he is. Once he does that, they'll move on. If there's cracks, it will reopen, and then there will be problems in the near future. But for me, I thought Reece and I thought Enzo Maresca handled it perfectly. There's no such thing as an unbelievable answer that wouldn't have asked more questions. They did the best they could. You need to remember, they're football. They're not individuals that are politicians or teachers or someone that's meant to sit there, plan this speech and absolutely bulletproof it, ironclad contract. They spoke from their heart, they spoke from their chest, and they made sure they were respectful, and I respect that. What was very interesting to me was Enzo Maresca said something, and it was regarding the captaincy. He said, yes, Reece will be my captain. I want him to be one of my leaders. And for me, I was like, oh, one of your leaders, not the leader. So Reece is not the captain. However, I think this might be a language barrier issue, or it might just be, listen, you're the captain. However, we're going to have multiple leaders in this dressing room. And that is important, by the way. It can't just be the guy wearing the armband and all of a sudden the armband gives you superpowers. No, I think the armband is representative that you're entrusted. However, you can have multiple leaders. Chelsea back in the day had 6, 7 leaders on the pitch at one time. We had 7 captains for international countries all in under one house. So for me, this is perfect. He's challenging Reece, he's challenging the other players to step up and be counted. Reece James, on the other hand, was absolutely brilliant for this answer. He said, I want to be captain. Good. I want the person that gets this armband to want it. I don't want none of this, oh, we're all leaders. Jason Tatum on the Boston Celtics does this all the time, you know? He's very good to spread praise and spread, leadership responsibilities around. Nah, bruv, you're the leader. You say, it's my team, I'm the leader, I'm the captain, I want to be the captain. And this was wonderful from Reece James. I really respect him. He also said, I walk on the line, I think it was close to the line, and it's his red cards, right? He was asked about it. I think Reece needs to sort that out, because sometimes he does come across very petulant and gets sent off. Sometimes he just reacts instantly, like the Newcastle red card was stupid. The red card after the other one was absolutely stupid. And we've seen this on many occasions. You know, when things aren't going his way, he'll do something that's just right on the line, and you're like, yo, the ref could give you a red here. Like, why? Just keep your cool. And I think we've got a fit Reece James is arguably the best right back in the world. Genuinely, I stand on that 10 toes. Fit Reece James is the best right back in the world. The situation regarding Trevoh Chalobah was very easily avoided, but Maresca stood on it. And what I liked about this answer was Maresca gave reasons, right? It wasn't, oh, we made a decision that he's not coming. No, he said why. He said, Axel is here, Tosun is here, and Wesley is here, right? Those three, you can't have a fourth centre-half. That's what he basically said. And then he also said Josh Ashapong's here. And for me, this makes total sense. Because in any situation where, God forbid, Reece James or Wesley Fofana break down, we're going to have to depend on Disasi and Tosin Adebayo or Malo Gusto. Josh can play both positions, the right back and the right centre back. Brilliant. This is a great learning experience for him. He can drop down to the EPL2, get minutes over there. However, at the same time, he can come up, get bench minutes here, come on in a few games, and just develop him even more. I love that. You know, it's wrong how it was handled, and Chalobah was told, you're not part of the team anymore. And that's a quote from Alex Goldberg. I don't think that's right, and that's from the sporting directors. But at the same time, Chelsea are putting their foot down. He's been around for 18 months when they've been trying to sell him, and I'm guessing upstairs they're saying, no more Mr. Nice Guy, right? You need to leave now. And for me, it's wrong. But at the end of the day, they're the sporting directors, their jobs are on the line, they believe what's best, and they're doing what's best. So when they fail, or if they succeed, they're going to get the praise, or they're going to get the attack. So I'd rather they do it their way than they don't do it their way, and then we moan about it. And Enzo Maresca was asked about the fullbacks, right? And he said about the inverting. Are you going to invert your left-hand side or your right-hand side? And you know what I loved about his answer? He didn't include Ben Chilwell. He didn't lie to us. And for me, that's so important. Because easy thing would have been to say, all my fullbacks can do it, they'll learn to do it. No. He gave us names, and I love it. He told me openly, yes, he was talking to me directly through the camera, all right? He openly said, Reece James, he's done it before. He done it on a loan somewhere. Yes, the loan was Wigan. I should have known that, my friend. Should have known that. But the fact that you knew he was on loan and he played in midfield, very good. You have been watching games. Respect. Furthermore, he said Malo could do it very well as well. Yes, he can. We've seen Malo Gusto's range of passing. I think the only thing with Malo Gusto is sometimes he gets called napped on the ball because he takes a little bit too long. But he'll learn that. That's something that will come with a little bit more practice in that area because technically secure. He said Mark can do it to a very good standard, and so can Renato. Hey, excuse me, if Mark's there, Renato's there, Malo's there, and Reece is there, where's Benjamin Chilwell? Because he knows he can't do it. A lot of you tell me, oh no, yo, you don't know what you're talking about, Ben Chilwell. Ben Chilwell's a very good left back. He's one of the best left backs. I get that consistently. No, he's not. And the reality is, Ben Chilwell hasn't been a good player for 3 years. And people want to deny it, people want to make excuses, but Ben Chilwell has been basic Ben for a really long time, and now we've got a manager that sees it. And this manager sees it because he cares more about the technical aspects rather than the physical aspects. And for me, I don't know what's going to happen with Ben Chilwell. I don't know who's going to come in and try buy him, but it is what it is. Personally, I really wonder what Ben's going to do because he's not going to play a lot, especially because he's already named Renato, meaning Vega's going to be playing left back. he's named him, it means he's going to be playing left. The final piece of the puzzle, as I like to call it, of the press conference was about Christopher Nkunku. And he said, look, Christopher Nkunku is very talented. He can play everywhere. Like, he can play 9, he can play left, he can right, he can play in the middle. And this is very important because he went on to say he wants his players to be more comfortable to play in multiple positions. Have you noticed how Chelsea have been signing multiple players and all the players that they sign can play more than one position? That fluid role, you know, the Kylian Mbappe forwards where you can play 9, you can play right, you can play left, and well, right, left, and it's one of those things, right? It's just Chelsea have really transformed into that, where Nico Jackson can play left and 9, Christopher Nkunku can play 8, 9, and 10. Andy most probably can play 11, like on the left-hand side. So the reality is, he's so complimentary of Christopher Nkunku, and it's because he's just a very good player. And I'm so excited to see him. I'm not going to lie to you, I am very nervous about seeing Romeo Lavia, Reece James, Wesley Fofana, Christopher Nkunku on the pitch tomorrow. If I could, I swear I would not play him in any of these games in the US. I would leave them until they get back to the proper football pitch, not the ones that had concerts 3 days before on it. Because these players are just exposed to get injured, man, and I'm really scared that this could happen. But it is what it is. Guys, hit the like button. I thought it was a very interesting video, if I say so myself. I thought it was a great press conference from Enzo Maresca. If you made it this far, drop a pineapple in the comments below. I want to see at least 50 of those because it tells me you made it to the very end. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Peace out, I'm out. Bye. There will be a match review, but not straight after the game because that's going to finish around 5 a.m. and I'm going to be going to the gym around about that time. So it is what it is. Peace out, I'm out. Have a nice day. Bye.